Hello. Today is May 4th. Oh, I just realized it's May the 4th. May the 4th be with us. May 4th, 2024. And just wanted to give a sort of more of a contemplation episode than like a life update. I kind of did that previously in a recent video earlier this week, which was like a 3-hour long. I just documented me reading my past journals, but I've also, upon that reflection, have reflected even more on just my vision and my goals. And yeah, I've done a lot of I was in that same rut again. I was in that same like I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing kind of thing. And I've earlier this week, I actually forgot like the reason why I've been fighting, the reason why I wanted to do all this in the first place, and I sort of lost my sense of dreams and visions and goals. Even though I've set goals for myself and I know what they are, like the 2024 goals. I mean, like my original goals of like just my dream life. So what I've done is pulled out a lot of my like personal self-transcendence Google Docs and slides and Miro boards that I've been like, updating ever so often the past few months. Took a look at those. I've updated them more. So what I'm in the process of doing is just filming out a big whiteboard, putting it on my pegboard, so I literally cannot avoid that board, and like throughout my day I can't not see it. So I'll always be able to review like what I'm actually working for and the images and views. A big part of this life was, or I would say like my very first initial purpose, right? I deemed it early financial independence. Reading upon my old journals, that was literally my only goal. To achieve early financial independence. Now, if you probably asked me what is early financial independence back then, I probably couldn't give you a definite answer. But what I was probably referring to is just the ability to support myself financially at an early young age, and have that like time, location, financial freedom to do whatever I want. Now, I would say my goals and purpose and vision has changed a lot since just that one statement, but that was a pretty good summary in it, and it reminded me also like what I was originally fighting for. But upon more reflection, a big part of that, right, was that location avenue, right? It's honestly still one of my greatest goals and most desired outcomes, is the ability to travel and explore different cultures, different places, grand nature sites of the world, and look and just see in front of me just creation and like awe. I want to do that originally, like with a few individuals, right? I think I've said this same goal in like a past on like March 22nd or 11th, like I did that on a video. I stated that was my plan. It was to get to 50K per month, then fuck off, like basically just go travel, explore, blah, blah, blah. And then realize that I want to grow more and then move on to the next thing. Now, from there, what I then realized is that in order to really automate myself out of a 50K per month agency, I need to hire a really good team, or I honestly still don't know what that looks like yet, to be honest. I'm gonna work that out. Because honestly, with our model, we just may be able to automate a 50K per month agency if we just hire the right team, like a few team members. Like Matt and I probably barely have to go into the business to check in. Now that might totally be an untrue statement, but my point is like, that's the goal right now, at least revenue wise, is 50K. And man, I don't know. I've just been repeating myself or summarizing myself. What is the new thing I've come across? Since March, honestly, I don't know. Where am I going with this? I'm just kind of repeating myself. But that just seems like the superficial, not superficial, but just like, yeah, that's the goal. Like, I was confused about earlier though, like, is that really what I want? And is also scaling the agency what I really want to do? So here's what hit me. Earlier this week too, I went on another call with Kai. And what we talked about was like the version of me and like what he wants to do for a living is different than building an agency, basically. And we called this version of EJ Health EJ. And basically, he's a version of EJ that has a personal brand and like has some health business, right? But he helps people with their health. Now, that's honestly something, after Clive, that's what I was gonna get into, was like the health industry and like helping people with their well-being and biohacking and performance, and like helping people overcome themselves and inspire them. I ultimately, like, if I did that every day, things of the works of like Mr. Belmar, Solbra, and Kalaram, they're in the space I want to be, and they're making the money I probably want to be as well. To be quote unquote happy, right? But you see, I'm like in this loop is like, okay, so you just want to scale the agency to make money and preserve your wealth and blah blah blah, but it's like you want to do what you want to do, and like you gotta follow your heart and your passions. But then a part of me is like, no, you have to sacrifice, you have to be patient, brother. And honestly, I'm leaning more towards that side. Is like, if I can just be patient for 3 more years, I'm definitely gonna get 100K, bro. I have no doubt. Heck, even in a year, I'll probably get 100K. If I just discipline myself enough to get to that point, and then decide. But that's the thing, it's like, and then I have resistance around that, because it's like, if I get to 100K, then I'm gonna be too much in the business, and I'm gonna and not have enough time to pursue something else. But the fact is, the scale between 50 and 100K may be a lot more. Maybe that's a limiting belief, but sure, it's a lot more, and you're probably gonna have to be involved. But once you're at that point at 100K where you can literally take yourself out, hire a CSM, hire a media buyer, hire a sales rep, you're done, right? But then I have like resistance, like, oh, I gotta manage them, and like, no, the agency can just run on its own. That's the whole point of operations, is to make sure that meetings actually are needle movers, and like all the tasks for the team and for the entire day is just automated. Communication is streamlined. You're adding more revenue, you're adding more business, and it's just a self-fulfilling freedom business. And that's what I want. Now, yeah, I want a 50K per month freedom business. I don't know if I'm ignorant enough to tell myself if freedom businesses even exist. Like, do freedom businesses even exist? And I want to be super careful on the answers I receive on that, because I want to believe it does. But if the people like Matt Shields tell me that it's not, but I really want to tell myself it is, I'm going to struggle. But I'm probably going to just have to ask myself a hard question. It's like, do you really want a freedom business? Do you really want a freedom business? My answer right now is like, yeah, of course. It's like, is a freedom business really possible? Need to gain clarity on like what I'm working towards. No, it's timeline. It's the timeline. And I also need to trust the process, because my whole dilemma, I think it stems from just my impatience. Yeah, it stems from my impatience to want to be free and travel the world and, have all of that freedom. It just stems from my impatience that I want that in the next 1 to 2 years. That's all that is. I honestly think patience is the key right now, or the key to the castle that I need right now, to understand that good things take time. All good things take time. That's what I need. And there's a part of me that wants to reject that, but it's the truth. And the truth hurts. But it will set you free. I've learned that lesson. And I think what I need right now, what I know I need right now is patience. Because I can have that life. I can have that life where I'm doing the freedom business through 100K per month health business, whatever that looks like. I have no idea yet. It could be a school community, it could be a brand, it could be a product of cooking solutions. It could be I don't know yet, but that could be 10 years from now. But then at that point, I've delayed the gratification so much, like in 10 years, imagine where I'll be in terms of the person I am. You know what I mean? That, I think, I need to contemplate more on. Hold on. If I am patient enough for the character, the version of Elijah who is capable of scaling a business to $50,000 a month, then at that point, wouldn't it make sense to then start the next business? Now with my newly acquired skill sets, data sets, knowledge, and connections in the agency space, wouldn't it make sense at that point to start the personal brand, the health, everything? I just delayed it until then? Wouldn't that make sense? Today I downloaded Instagram, and today I actually bought Mr. Belmar, Nate Belmar's, who's Luke Belmar's brother. I bought his school community for $11 a month. This entire day I was very unproductive. I was literally just in that rabbit hole. Yeah, today was very unproductive. And I started like going on the school community and like looking at Mr. Belmar's old IG and Instagram posts, and I was like, you know what, I really feel like posting like my lunch and like dinner, and like, you know, those people who have really nice looking food photos on their IG stories. I literally re-downloaded Instagram, prepared like a really nice meal, posted it there. I've never like had that Instagram posting feeling in like so long. Probably the last time I posted on Instagram was like for an update like that, probably been like 2 years ago. And it just all came back to me. I'm like, okay, how many people are gonna view it? Oh wow, this old person viewed that's an old friend. Wow, Mr. Belmar liked my Instagram story. I added him, he liked it. Oh my gosh, so much validation. And it was all to tell myself like, oh, I should start the personal brand sooner, you know, gotta get the food pics up. But is it just a distraction? I want to tell myself like, no, building a personal brand can actually help you with the agency, because you can make better connections, better networks, help you grow that business, establish more authority with your roofing clients. Like, it's good to get that page active. All you have there is just one post. And then another part of me is like, how active? I'm the type of person like just get distracted even if it's just available to me. And not to mention like the potential scrolls I'm gonna get on the homepage and the stories, and like that's gonna take so much of my attention. I don't think keeping Instagram was worth it, so I deleted it again. That was all inspired because I wouldn't have bought Instagram again if I didn't see that Mr. Belmar launched his school community. Oh my gosh. I also watched an anime episode today. I watched this episode the first one of Psychopaths, because I saw Luke Belmar in the school community. He said like, yeah, you gotta watch Death Note and Psychopaths. They are the big brain animes. Don't waste your time on anything else. I'm like, okay, let me watch Psychopath. I've already watched Death Note a few years ago. Let me watch Psychopath. And then I went into the first episode, and then after that, I just felt a wave of regret. I didn't do any of my fucking business tasks for today. I had to onboard 2 clients, have them ready and launched by Monday, which is 2 days from now. I didn't do a single like hour of work, of deep work, let alone just work. I wasn't even in the software today. I just answered a few client calls like that just came to me. I looked at Slack a couple of times. I literally did nothing for today. I did nothing. had a self-talk with myself. I was mad. I was like, Elijah, the vision stuff is important, but you can't, it's unacceptable if you're allowing yourself to not prioritize high leverage business activities over another task, or letting your attention deviate for the entire day and affect your entire day from that one source of distraction. You could have got yourself out, took a deep breath, grounded yourself in the moment, and then took yourself out of the Mr. Belmar loop, whatever, right? Get your shit done, and then at the end of the day, go to the gym too. I'm going to the gym right now at 7:12 p.m. You're delaying your gym time too, when you should have done it in the morning today because you got distracted. Now that is fucking unacceptable, and no matter what you're doing, it's not even about the health thing, the vision thing, Mr. Bell. It's not none of that stuff, but it's the fact that you sabotaged yourself. And you cannot accept that. That is unacceptable. You can't live your life that way. The fact that I'm not completing my prioritized task for the day. Like, it's not that I'm confused right now. That's not the problem of my vision and like what are my goals and like all of these problems. I didn't do a single task today. How can you let that be? Maybe it's because, I don't know, like, maybe it's because I just didn't know what I wanted, and like maybe I deviated from my vision. Doesn't fucking matter what you want. It doesn't matter. You hold yourself to a certain standard you hold yourself, no matter what you're doing or what you want, you will hold yourself to a standard that you will get your shit done when you say you will. And that you will discipline yourself and self-develop. Like, the self-development aspect of this never subsides. The self-commitment, the self-discipline, concentration, the focus, that is everything. And you sabotage yourself today. Now, I'm not gonna harp on you on this, because we all make mistakes, but you need to learn from this mistake and not repeat it. Right? I could get on you and I could yell at you all day. That wouldn't do us any good. So, takeaways. I need more patience. I need more concentration and focus and discipline to train my focus and stay on one thing at a time and manage my productivity in a way where I cannot deviate from the necessary tasks, no matter what they be, from my day. Focus. And about this vision thing, EJ, I think we need to conclude on this statement, okay? You have 3 more months until you get to Austin, right? Right. August 17th. So it's May, June, July, August. About 4 months, right? 3.5 months. You have 3.5 months until you're in Austin, independent with your brother, right? Yep. And you're in Austin until August 17, 2025, right? Correct. We signed a lease there. Okay. You also turn 18 on January 13th, 2025, right? Yeah. And I think we need to commit ourselves and patient ourselves to this. It's the same thing with the crypto thing. I'm gonna be honest, like, I've been tempted so many times to go. I've already downloaded it and bought a Coinbase wallet and a Tangent wallet, and I started flipping crypto around, and I'm like, I'm gonna miss out on this bull run, and Luke Belmar's telling me to invest in XYZ stock and crypto. No. I need to focus on becoming the character right now and expanding my network. Character connections. Character connections. Character becoming the business owner who can make $50,000 from his bedroom from a roofing marketing agency. I need to establish that character. That's the goal. That is the goal right now, EJ. $50K per month, agency owner. That's the goal. $50K per month, agency owner. The agency owner. The version of you who is capable of achieving $50K per month. The other one that can help you propel you in later stages in life with your personal brand, with your connections, with your network. I think it's also the connection thing. You have Matt Shields, you're in Matt Shields' program, right? You have all those other agency owners that you can collab with. You have Capital Club. Like, you have the tools in front of you too. Same with girls. Like, I'm looking at a very beautiful woman entering Lifetime right now. I have to put my head down. And it's so hard. It's so hard. But I have to control my temptations. I have the courage to control my impulses, my urges. And just be patient for a few more months, Elijah. A few more months. Let me make it 3 months. Like, you turn 18 in, oh my gosh, you turn 18 in 8 months. It's already been 5 months since your birthday. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. 8 months. You have 8 months until you're a legal adult. Now, character and the connections. So what does this mean? Health, the health thing, put it off for now. Crypto, Luke Belmar, anime shreds, distractions, girls, woman, party, friends, put it off for now. Oh, it's so hard though. Sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. The pain right now of building the 50K per month, or not having the 50K per month business yet, and the pain of like all those urges and temptations, it's like this right now. It's barely tipping over the edge. How can I make it like this? Okay, how's this? Realize let's just break it down, okay? The friends part, I've learned my lessons. On January 27th, I recorded the video, Old Friends, where I did the network. Like, I've had that reminiscing part, I want to see my old friends again. But I learned the lesson that none of them resonate, besides Adam. None of them resonate with me, and I felt extremely guilty. And I literally told myself, I've learned the lesson. This was a good thing out of this. It's like, don't do this again. I can build new connections. Like, I have a good feeling with Kai, honestly. Like, I see myself, like, collabing with him. And, like, collaborating. Like, you know, working together and solving problems together and sharing our goals. And, like, we're literally the same age, too. So, like, we're peer-to-peer. I can connect with him. You know? But I have these urges to, like, go on week-long road trips with the old gang, when I could do a week-long trip with, like, high-value people, you know? I just need to tell myself the lesson. The friends part can subside. The girls, you can indulge in that, but think about the higher quality woman you'll attract by being the 50K per month agency owner. The version of Elijah who has a really nice physique. I'm literally seeing pretty women enter the gym. It's just so hard. Now, you shouldn't reject your literal psychological innate survival mechanisms, okay? You don't control the thought. You can control your perceptions and reactions of the thought. I can subconsciously look at women in the gym, but I can control the way I perceive those thoughts, and I can let them go. I need to discipline myself on this. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm a totally perfect, healthy, happy functioning human being is what I meant. Healthy functioning, because without those subconscious desires to, like, be around a social connections and, like, literally women, like, my innate behavioral mechanisms for survival would be weird. It would be off. Like, that's just what my human reptilian brain is bred to do. So you're functioning well, EJ. You should be proud of yourself. You are healthy. Now, just because you're having the thoughts doesn't mean you have to entertain the thoughts, right? So, you can have those urges to spend with time with your friends. Don't reject the thought. You can have those urges to want to have a girlfriend, but you can let the thought subside, because then it kind of goes away. You can make it go away by just not entertaining the thought, right? Deep breath. Let the thought subside. Like, now it's left you. And plus, while you think of the other things you could be doing, that will maintain the thoughts in your brain. Okay? Now, I think that same philosophy goes with everything else. The channel, the health urges, the curiosity to, like, start a personal brand. All of those things are good. And they're probably, like, what your purpose is calling you to do. But you can have those thoughts, but you have to let them go for now. Let them subside. Let them pass. I know that's painful. And I know you're not going to like it, because it's literally like your genuine interest. You just love the fuck out of health and biohacking, right? And, like, helping people with that health and starting that personal brand. But to get to 50K, which is the number one goal right now, the character, you have to focus. You have to discipline yourself to focus. That is the fastest way. The most efficient, fastest, most replicatable. That's literal advice from Matt Shields, is to sacrifice and focus on one thing over a certain amount of period of time consistently. That's all you need to do. And then at that point, when you're at 50K, you can start making the next decision. Maybe when you're approaching that, right? Let's not think about 100K right now. Let's not even think about next year. Let's think about, you have to focus. Let's think about what can we do right now to get the $50,000 with the business in monthly recurring revenue. That's 300, if we're doing it in back-end terms for the appointments, that's 334 appointments generating that revenue, back-end revenue. You need to focus. Now, about the vision, you can entertain that, you can love it, you can look forward to it, but you need patience and discipline to get there. You have to convince yourself right now. I'm going to convince you. In order to get to that lifestyle that you want, you have to become the character. It'll be so much more peaceful and easier for you. Once you know how to scale and manage a team and whatever intricacies that come with building a 50K per month agency, those skill sets will carry on and assist you in building the next thing. And it might be 100K per month at that point, right? It might be getting the personal brand. Maybe at 50K, like, you start the personal brand thing. And then you learn how to build that. And that can aid you in your next endeavors. But that's not asking us to do the personal brand thing right now. You can get to 50K without a personal brand or in any connections. You have the right mentorship. You have the right systems. You just got to put in the work. You know what to do. You know what to do, Elijah. Right? So, for the next at least 3 months, next couple months, focus, put your sole focus, leave everything off to the side for now, leave your sole focus in the agency, keep reminding yourself that this is what you're working for, is the character, right? And that's all you need to do for now. Can you trust me? Can you trust me? To the vacations, the like music, all of that stuff, I have to wait. Can you trust me? I'm not gonna forget about any of that, okay? And maybe a part of you is just afraid that you'll forget all of that and you'll be lost in the 3-month period. If you have it all written down, don't you? You have it all written down. You've already you've already put it into the ether. You've already felt it. You've already visualized it. You know it'll come, right? You just got to trust the process. And the process right now commits you to becoming a character, a certain avatar. So, main takeaway from this conversation. The goal right now is the character, the version of Elijah who is capable of building and scaling the agency to $50,000 a month. That's it. What I can have help with through prayer, possibly, and just constant repetition, affirmation, self-talk, mentorship, reading books about it. It's focus, the courage and confidence to focus and resist temptations and distractions, the courage to fail, the courage to be honest with myself, so honesty, and faith and trust that it's all going to work out in the end. And you can have fun along the way because you're building Clive to where you want it to be. It's the vehicle, right? Okay. Done enough convincing. I'm gonna go hit the gym. You're gonna work out on this one. It's like sleep on it, but work out on it. You're gonna work out on it. I'm gonna deflect what we said. We're gonna come back tomorrow. Come back energized. We're gonna fucking crush tomorrow. We're gonna get all your shit done before even the day is over, before noon is over. We're gonna get all your shit done, including this past week's tasks and what you need to do for tomorrow and Monday. You're gonna get all that done, right? And you have the rest of the day to work out, relax, enjoy your Sunday, visualize, set your goals, sauna possibly, and just, yeah, you settle then, okay? But from now until basically the next 24 hours or 18 hours or so, you're gonna work, okay? You're in work mode. Now, okay, that's it. I think I did a good job. Elijah Kim, you just witnessed a battle of two people, a two-way conversation. You just witnessed it. That's how I talk to myself. I love myself for doing this. I kind of hate you, and I'm a little bit like, fuck you, but I'm like, I know this is what I need to do, and I love you that you're giving me the advice I need to hear right now. You're the best mentor. Thank you, EJ. I grow every day. Peace.